Hey, it's Helen with Floating Yoga School. This is a 45 minutes all levels vinyasa class focused on your shoulders. Your shoulder joint is the most flexible joint within your body, which also means it's not as stable. So we want to work at creating balance between mobility and stability, flexibility and strength. And you might find yourself on one end of the spectrum, either really stiff or really open. I think as yogis, we sometimes think about over-exaggerating the flexibility when really we want to work on that nice balance between the two. So in this class, we're going to do just that, build a little bit of strength, a little bit of openness, and of course, have some fun. We'll start in a tabletop position. As you get into your tabletop, right away start to connect to your breath. So you can take long, deep inhales, long exhales. If you'd like, in and out through your nose, turning on Ujjayi, and just begin to find a little bit of organic movement. For me, it's a gentle rock side to side of my hips. It might be some body circles, some figure eights. Start to shift some weight into your hands, back into your hips, or arch and round through your spine, moving through your cow and cat shape. Begin to link movement to your breath. A nice long, big inhale in through your nose. And deep exhale out through your mouth. And just notice how your body feels this morning, especially as we're starting right away in movements. Take some time to be a little bit more introspective. Turn your attention inward to notice what's going on inside. You can stay in that movement, or we're going to do a lot of stuff on our hands today to work into shoulders. So if you'd like to work into your wrists, give it a little stretch. You can join me, fingertips point out, thumbs forward. And some movement here, a gentle rock back. A shift forward. Find the breath that feels natural, whether that's exhaling back and inhaling forward or vice versa. And then if that's enough, stay. If you'd like a little bit more, you can turn your fingertips all the way back and continue either in movement or in stillness. And of course, staying with your breath. And for even one more step up, fingertips turn back to the front, and you can flip your palms facing up so your fingertips point back one at a time, or if you feel like you can handle both at the same time, it's not too intense, you can flip both palms up. Release back to your flat palms. A little bit of warm up for your wrists. You're going to lift the heels of your hands, press into your fingertips, and then lower back down. A few times like that. Still breathing, but it doesn't really matter what your breath pattern is. We'll start to move a little bit more coordinated with our breath in a moment. Back to stillness, shoulders right above your wrists, hips right above your knees, so adjust as you need. And now we'll move with our breath and think about scapular retraction and protraction. And what that means is your shoulder blades in retraction are going to move together and down your back. And in protraction, they're going to move away from each other, kind of forward, so a rounding sensation. So as you inhale, you're going to think of dropping your heart between your hands, kind of like a little back shrug. And as you exhale, press the ground away, send that space between your shoulder blades to the ceiling. So kind of like a cow-cat, but just in your shoulders. Inhale, retraction, heart drops, shoulder blades hug together. Exhale, protraction, press the ground away, a little puff up between your shoulder blades. Keep moving like that. Inhale, let your heart melt. Feel that movement along your back. Exhale, press the ground away, puff it up. And you can continue like that, or if you want to add full cat and cow, including that shoulder blade movement. As you inhale, heart drops, your tail lifts, your belly drops, send your chest forward. Exhale, press the ground away, scoop your tailbone under, chin toward chest. Continue with your breath. Inhale, heart drops, shoulders shrug. Maybe you lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, press away, round through your upper back. Maybe tailbone under, chin to chest. One more round of breath, one more round of movements. Whatever version you're taking. Just really exaggerating through your shoulders. And then back to center. Inhale, draw your knees together to touch. As you exhale, a modified side plank on your right. So you can pivot your right foot off to the side, step your left foot to the back of your mat, and peel your left arm open to the sky. And we'll do lots of side planks. You're welcome to take a full one or just stay. And start to find some big circles with your top arm. Just moving into that shoulder joint. Notice how it feels. Yeah, mine always pops. Any little crunchiness. Switch directions. Just starting to gently open things up, warm it up. And slowly release back to hands and knees, switch sides. Left foot shimmies off to the side, right foot steps back, right arm peels open. Find that nice stack of hips and shoulders, and with your breath, big circles with your arms. Three or four in one direction, and then switch the direction of your circles. Back to your tabletop, take a deep breath in. You can stay with your knees down, or as you exhale, walk your feet back so you're in a high plank upper push-up. So if you've got your knees down in tabletop, find that same shoulder over wrist alignment. If you're in the high plank, press back through your heels, and wherever you are, engage low belly, and try and find a little bit of that puff up between your shoulder blades. And then find a little bit of that melt of your heart, and then find the space in between. So nice, strong, stable shoulder joint. I'm already breathing hard and getting sweaty. Stay here for one more inhale. Exhale, lower it all the way down to your belly. Elbows hug your sides. 3 baby cobras, hands right below your shoulders. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. Twice more. Inhale, lifts. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, release. Once more, breathe in. And breathe out. Up and back to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. You can always drop your knees, especially if you start to feel your shoulders. You can always drop your forearms for dolphin, if that's better for your wrists or just feels more comfortable. Take a little pedal here, a little sway side to side. Really press into your fingertips and your knuckles. You're not just dumping into the heels of your hands, your wrists, and recruit your entire arm and back muscles to build that strength and support for your shoulders. Big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, make some noise. Once more, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Press weight into your hands and try a couple little hops as if you're gonna take a handstand or a really awkward donkey hop. Feet to bottom, maybe catch a little hang time. Still early, so it doesn't have to be your fullest version. And when you've done a few or have had enough, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, hands to shins, heart forward, hug your shoulder blades together and down your back. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Once more, inhale, lift halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release. Rise to standing, arms sweep to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your elbows. Imagine sliding your shoulder blades together down your back. Use your back muscles, open your chest. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Lower your right knee down to your mat. And then bring your right fingertips out pretty wide. Mine are gonna go off my mat, depends how wide you wanna go. Left arm to the sky. So a little twist and a little bit of a lean. Worried less about our hips like we normally are in this position, more about that openness through the front of your shoulder and chest. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, release your hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Left foot meets your right, hips high to the sky. Shift forward as you inhale, high plank up or push up. Exhale, right back to down dog. Use your core to lift up and back. Once more, inhale, shift it forward, high plank up or push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now we'll take a Vinyasa Flow through that. Inhale, high plank upper push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. You can always lower your knees, come to your belly, or just drop halfway. Up dog or cobra, lift your heart, open your shoulders, your chest, hug your shoulders down your back. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Big inhale through your nose. Lion's breath, stick out your tongue, make a funny face. Again, breathe in. Lion's breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands, and try those little handstand hops again, really pressing weight into your hands, finding that strength through your shoulders. Maybe a little hang time. Top of your mat, forward fold, no rush. Lift halfway, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Rise up, reach up, big inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, find a slight back bend, hips forward, heart lifts. Really support your low back by staying strong through your core. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold, flat back. Lift halfway, breathe in, heart forward, hug your shoulders down your back. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps back, and lower your left knee down to your mats. And again, your left hand can come out a little bit wider. You might stay on your fingertips or be on your palm. Peel your right arm open, open up your chest. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Right foot meets your left. Feet together or hip distance at the back of your mat, hips high. Inhale, shift forward, high plank upper push-up. So we'll do a little chaturanga push-ups. You're welcome to drop your knees down. So less of a tabletop and more of a supported plank. Or if you've got your knees lifted, find that nice long line of energy. Inhale, little shift forward. Exhale, just halfway down, elbows graze your sides. Back up as you breathe in. Lower as you breathe out. So more important to go not quite as deep than to go too far. So even if it's a little baby push-up, and press back up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. One more. Downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Find a child's pose, hips to heels. Hands can stay stretching out in front. Or if you'd like, bring your palms together. Find a little shark fin. Hands behind your head. Fingertips point up. Release your hands, lift to tabletop, hands and knees. Lower your forearms down and walk your feet back so you're in a forearm plank. So just like your regular plank, see if you can notice if your hips are really high like mine are. Lower them down, scoop your tailbone slightly under, engage your low belly. And then a gentle shift forward and back. Doesn't have to be exaggerated. Keep breathing. We're going to take this to a side plank on your right forearm. You can adjust the angle of your right arm. I like mine at a slight angle there. Come to the outer edge of your right foot. Left foot can come in front, inner edge, or it can stack on top. If you want a little bit more, you can float your left foot. Keep breathing. Keep lifting through your hips. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your left forearm down right away to the other side. Outer edge of your left foot, maybe inner edge of your right foot or right foot stacks. Right arm high to the sky. Deep full breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, release your forearm down. Find a Sphinx pose. Knees down, hips down. Elbows are right below your shoulders. Forearms parallel to each other, fingertips spread wide. Imagine you could pull your heart forward and hug your shoulder blades together and down your back. And if this is enough, stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, press into your fingertips. Lift your elbows. You can stay engaged through your glutes, but notice if you're really clenching and find a nice engagement without overdoing that tenseness. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Hands below your shoulders, press up, high plank or tabletop. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. You can try those handstand hops. You can take a simple walk. Lift halfway when you arrive. Breathe in, long spine. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Rise to standing, arms to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana, sit low. And then instead of taking our traditional chair arms up, we're going to bring hands down to shoulder height, palms facing down. And then think of plugging your shoulders back into your shoulder joints. Take a little reach forward and plug them back. Kind of let that protraction and retraction we did on hands and knees. Just feel that movement. Continue like that. So the way our shoulder joint works is there's a ball on the top of your humerus, upper arm bone, and then your shoulder joint is a little socket that ball moves into, and you can kind of feel some of that movement as we're taking these different variations. Sit a little bit lower, plug your shoulders back, keep your chest open, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. High crescent lunge. So bend into your front knee, ball of your back foot. Reach both arms to the sky. Take a moment here to even out your hips, right hip forward, left back. Find hugging in of your inner thighs and of your core. Relax your shoulders. Deep inhale. Cactus your arms as you exhale. Bend your elbows. Inhale, imagine drawing your elbows back. Open your chest. Exhale, draw your forearms together like a chest press. Use your chest muscles. So we're going to work back muscles as you inhale. Open it up. Work your chest muscles as you exhale. Draw it together. 3 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2. 1 more. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Arms to the sky. Breathe in. Warrior 2 as you breathe out. Back heel pivots flat. Front heel in line with back heel or arch. Fingertips reach long and bring your arms just at shoulder height. So notice if they're way high or way low. We're going to take some little circles with your hands in both directions. You might start in one and then flip to the other. Stay nice and strong through your legs. Relax through your face. Switch directions if you haven't yet. Maybe feeling a little bit of heat. Working some of those smaller muscles. Creating those rotations. 1 more round of breath. Awesome. Inhale, star pose, heels and toes out, reach wide, arms straight. Exhale to your goddess squat with cactus arms. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. And if you peek down, knees and toes are pointing in the same direction. Take a big breath in. Stay as you exhale, sit a little deeper. And then find your eagle arms, right arm below your left. So your hands can connect in front of you or you can hold opposite shoulders. With your eagle arms, you're going to draw big circles with your elbows, reaching to the front of the room or front of your mat, down to the ground, to the back, all the way back up, and then continuing in that circle. 3 times in one direction. And then 3 times reverse direction, reaching back first, down, and circle it around. Unwind your arms, star pose, breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn your right toes, bend your left knee, reach long through your fingertips. Breathe in, up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back to high plank, upper push-up. We'll take it to side plank on your right foot. You can always drop your right knee, you can always drop your right forearm. Left arm to the sky. My feet are staggered. Feel free to stack or step your left foot in front of your hips for a little bit more support or a challenge. And then reach your left arm over your head. Big breath in. Exhale, release through a flow or straight back to down dog or child's pose. Think about that strength through your shoulders if you're flowing. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. Flutter your lips, let it out like a horse. Once more, breathe in. Flutter your lips, let it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Exhale, step, hop, maybe handstand hops, top of your mat. No rush. When you arrive, breathe in. Exhale, fold, head and neck relax. Stand up, reach up, big inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll repeat that to the other side. Inhale to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands down to shoulder height, palms face down, and plug your shoulders back. And then reach your fingers forward. Find that little gentle movement, kind of plugging arm bones, upper arm bones back into your shoulder socket. Take 3 more rounds. 2 and 1. Create stillness, big breath in. Forward folds, breathe it out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps back. Rise to your high crescent lunge, both arms to the sky. And then a moment to adjust alignment however you need. I'm not super deep into this. I'm focusing more on my shoulders, but you're welcome to get more into your hips. Find some stability at least, wherever you are. Big inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms. And then this time we're going to drop hands down and lift them back up. So as you inhale, stay. As you exhale, lower your hands down, a little rotation. Inhale, hands back up to the sky. Elbows almost stay in exactly the same point. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. 3 more. Breathe out. Breathe it in. 2. And last one. Next, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior 2, open it out. Take some time to check out your feet. Back toes pointed slightly forward or at least to the side, not back. Settle into your legs. Once your bottom half feels stable, add little circles with your hands. I'm already feeling this. I don't know if you guys are. Keep breathing. And then some circles in the opposite direction. Inhale to star pose, heels in, toes out, reach wide. Exhale to goddess squat with cactus arms. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Peek down, make sure you can see toes and knees. They're moving in the same direction. 1 inhale. Exhale, eagle arms, left arm below your right this time. Connect your hands or find your shoulders. Big circle starting at the front of your mat. Reach forward with your elbows, down, back, and then up. We'll take 3 in one direction and 3 in the other. Find the breath pattern that works for you. Reverse it. Last one. Unwrap your arms, reach wide, star pose, breathe in. Exhale, back to warrior 2, turn your toes, bend your right knee. Reverse warrior, stretch it up and back, big stretch. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back to high plank, upper push-up, and then side plank on your left. Outer edge of your left foot, please feel free to drop your knee, drop your forearm. Stack your legs. Any variations, keep breathing, keep feeling that stability and strength through your shoulder joint. Right arm over your head. Nice big inhale. Exhale, release. Your choice of how you transition to down dog, a child's pose, or a dolphin. Move with control, with your breath. And then find a moment to reset. Check back in. And just notice how you feel. So any pose for stillness, close your eyes. Let your breath get strong again if it's not still there. Tabletop, hands and knees to downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. We're going to play with moving from down dog to a dolphin on your forearms. So deep breath in here. As you exhale, play with dropping both elbows down to both forearms down at the same time. It's okay if one leads. Inhale back to down dog. Exhale, lower your forearms. So if you're leading with one, try and mix it up. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Please feel free to drop your knees at any point. Allow some space for your shoulders to be away from your ears. Use your back muscles. And then option one, stay. Option two, a little shift forward. You're going to imagine tapping the top of your head to the ground. It's almost like a little shrug, and then away. Keep breathing. I lower as I exhale. Press up as I inhale, but you can find the opposite breath. Just make sure you're using your breath. Once more. And slowly lower your knees down. Sit back onto your feet. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Open up your chest. Big breath in. Lift your heart. Lift your chin. And gently release back to your tabletop. It's another option to play with dolphin once more. That down dog on your forearms. You can stay in a simple dolphin. If you want to take it into a little arm balance, working into baby crow. So walk your feet in. Knees climb into your belly. I drop my hips to start just a bit. Take your knees high to your triceps. You're going to shift so far forward it's like you're kissing the ground. Look to your thumbs or slightly in front and play with floating your feet. Big full breaths. Slowly release. Find your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. And then once more, like we started, a little stretch for your wrists. Fingertips point sideways or back. Add some movement, a rock or some circles, even cow and cat with your hands like this. If you want even more, turn your palms facing up, fingertips back. Find that stretch for your forearms. A lot of shoulder stuff, so we'll get into our wrists, so you might be feeling it. And then back to your tabletop. Find a thread the needle, right arm reaches out and up to the sky. Roll your wrist. Exhale, thread to your left. Drop your shoulder down, your head down. Left hand stays, reaches, or wraps behind you. And if you'd like a balance challenge, you can start to extend your left leg behind you. Either toes down or find a lift. Keep breathing. Knee down if it's lifted. Left hand by your face, unthread right arm out and up, counter stretch, big inhale. Exhale, release your hand down. Switch sides, left arm to the sky, roll your wrist. Thread to your right, drop your shoulder, your head down. Right hand stays, reaches, wraps. Maybe your right leg extends, toes down, or foot floats. Continue to breathe. Slowly release, knee down if it's lifted, right hand by your face, unthread left arm out and up, big breath in. Exhale, release your hand down. Let's take a little puppy pose, walk your hands forward, drop your chin or your chest toward the earth. Gently release back to downward facing dog. Hands below your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. And take your feet out wide to the outside edges of your mats. I like hands a little closer to feet, so you might walk your feet forward or your hands back. We'll add a twist, right hand to your left leg. Could be close to your ankle, could be close to your knee. Release and switch. Twist in the opposite direction. Release your hand. One more chance to play with those little handstand hops, this time with your feet wide. So if you're playing with that, bend your knees a lot, look forward. As you exhale, imagine a squat in the air or even a straddle shape. Maybe catch a little hang time. If you're not playing with the hops, simply find your way into your squat malasana, heels and toes out. Sit low, hands to your heart. Find a little bit of space, a little bit of lift, open your chest. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands down. Take your hips high. Ragdoll, hold opposite elbows. Let your head and your neck relax and sway side to side. Release your hands down. Heel toe your feet in toward each other. Knees soft, tailbone heavy, roll to standing so your head is the last thing that comes up, and see if you can exaggerate that movement through your upper back between your shoulders. Arms to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a moment to scan your body from your feet to the top of your head. Pay special attention to your shoulders, your shoulder joints, front, back, sides. Notice how they feel. Blink your eyes open. Release your hands by your sides. Take some shrug, shoulders up, back, and down. And you can stay with a simple shrug, or you can bend your elbows and kind of lead with your elbows, hands to your shoulders. And then maybe take it into full arm circles. Fingertips lead up, back. Just finding your range of motion. And then we'll reverse those circles. If you're big, keep them big. If you're small, just little shrugs forward. Hands to your shoulders, maybe elbows lead for a few rounds. And then relax, hands down, a little forward shrug. So kind of the opposite of what we normally do. Back to neutral, palms face forward, open your chest. Try and keep your shoulders away from your ears. Big breath in, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Come onto your tippy toes, lift your heels, take a big breath in, reach up through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, we'll lower into a little squat. See if you can come all the way down, bottom to your heels. If that's no good on your knees, simply find your way to a seated position and we'll meet you there. If you're balancing, hug your inner thighs together, engage your core. Try and lift your heart to your thumbs. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release to a butterfly or Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees out wide, bottom down to your mat. Lift your heart, breathe in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge forward over your legs. Hands can stay on your feet. You can walk your hands forward. You can let your head and neck go. And while we're working a little bit more into hips, inner thighs, groin here, maybe feeling it low back. See if you can keep some of that space you created through your shoulders and also some of that stability. Gently lift yourself up, knees together for boat pose. Toes on the ground, hands behind your knees, a little lean back to engage your core. It's like your belly button up and under. Lift your heart, relax your shoulders. Feet float if you want another step up. If you want even more arms wide, if you want even more arms to the sky, legs straight. Keep breathing. Whatever you choose. Add a smile, it helps. Two more rounds of breath. Take just an inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release your feet down. Hands behind you, fingers point toward you for reverse tabletop. If that's not great on your wrist, you can try fingers out or back. Just notice how that feels. Begin to lift your hips, press into your feet. Maybe hips as high as your shoulders. I like my chin to stay tucked in. That feels better on my neck. Other people prefer neck long. Find what works for you. Just don't fling it. And see if you can breathe into the front of your shoulders, your biceps, your chest. And slowly lower yourself down. Extend your legs, reach your arms forward, engage your core, roll down slowly onto your back. When you get down there, reach your arms up over your head, stretch long through your entire body, big breath in. And then exhale, flip over onto your belly. So you can just do a little pencil roll. You'll probably have to readjust on your mat. Coming back into your Sphinx Pose shape. Elbows below your shoulders, forearms down. We're going to take arms out wide this time. So palms flat, arms wide in a T. Right hand by your side, roll onto your left hip. Head can relax down, your right foot can kickstand to the ground for support. And if you'd like a little bit more in your right shoulder, you're opening up your left shoulder here. But if you want more on the right side, you can bring your right hand to your low back. You can try and reach for your ankle, or find any place that's comfortable to rest with your right hand. Gently unwind. We'll take it all the way to the other side. So back onto your belly. Right arm extends. You're going to roll onto your right hip. Kickstand your left foot. Left hand can stay, reach, wrap. And when your sides feel even, back onto your belly. One last time, that Sphinx shape, elbows below your shoulders. Forearms parallel, palms flat. And imagine you can reach your heart forward, hug your shoulder blades down your back and together. And then slowly release. Elbows wide, stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. Shimmy your bottom side to side. You can bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs side to side. And flip it right back to your back. One last shape together, and then I'll let you end however you like. We'll set up for a bridge pose. Feet down, knees point up to the sky. Press your elbows down into the ground, palms facing each other, fingertips pointing up to the sky. So kind of what I call robot arms, as if you were holding like a really big block over your belly. Try and hug your shoulder blades together. Find that strength through your triceps, what's touching the ground. And then press into your heels, engage the back of your legs to lift your hips. Breathe here, keep pressing, elbows and triceps down. Keep imagining palms hugging toward each other, but not collapsing toward each other, so there's a strength there. And then of course, keep lengthening your spine, breathe into your belly, your chest. One more big inhale. And exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Let your hands relax. Take a moment to notice what else you'd like, any other poses. I offer a twist, a happy baby, some kind of a hip stretch. Maybe there's a figure 4 there for you. Or if you're ready, simply find your final pose, Shavasana. And whatever you're taking, take your time. Continue to move with awareness. Continue to stay connected to your breath, even if it's lighter, back to a natural, less controlled version. And really allow yourself to simply be once you've found your final resting pose. No right or wrong, no good or bad. Couple more rounds of breath as you are. Add in some gentle wiggles of your fingers, your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. And gently rock your head right and left. Extend your arms above you. Find a full stretch. And with your eyes closed, turn to one side and gently make your way up to a seated position. Any shape is great, whatever is comfortable or works right now for you. In your seat, gently drop your chin toward your chest, and then let your right ear fall to your right shoulder, back through center to the other side, left ear to left shoulder, just moving a little bit into your neck. Sometimes when we work shoulders, the other muscles around there, trapezius or shrugging muscles, like to get really tight and do some of the work. So allow a little bit of release here. If it feels comfortable, you can do a full head roll, just moving gently. Or you can always add a hand to one side or two hands to the back to gently find a little bit more intensity in your stretch. Back to neutral. A little shake out of your wrists, up and down, side to side. And then back to palms together in front of your heart. Press your chest into your thumbs. Feel your heart beating. Lift your thumbs between your eyebrows, sealing in this connection, body, mind, and spirit. And see if you can continue with this balance, not just in your physical body, but in your energetic and emotional states as well. That balance between mobility and stability, strength and flexibility. We'll gently bow our heads together. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.